What's your rank in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
I just received my black belt from Professor Daniel Gracie.
Oh, congratulations, congratulations. So let's talk about, Daniel Gracie. What's it like to be trained and working with someone like Daniel Gracie, whose family invented this art?
Yeah, it's crazy. Obviously, he's such a legend. Everyone knows that. But I remember the first day I met Daniel. I went to Philly to train at his gym years ago, and he walked in, and I was kind of like, oh shit, there's Daniel Gracie, you know. And but just seeing his immediate passion, like he didn't even put his keys in his coffee down. He saw something on the mat. He walked straight on the mat and starts coaching someone, one of his guys, you know. And I was like, wow, this guy's actually invested. Like he really cares. Not even so much, it's not about himself or the guy he was training, like his actual dedication to the art form itself, to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because like you said, his family invented it and it's running through his bloodstream, you know. So if I can just get a little bit of that, you know, into me, then it empowers me in a different way to most people are lucky enough to be empowered that way, you know.
There's a lot of black belts nowadays in Jiu-Jitsu. How special is it that you are a real Gracie black belt from Daniel Gracie directly? That's got to be something special, no?
I can't stop saying it, you know. I got a lot of congratulations because I was a brown belt for I think 5 years. So I moved to the United States, and it was difficult because there was that transitory period where like I left my old academy because it was in the UK, moved out here. So I kind of felt like I was like, I didn't really have a professor, and my lineage had kind of been severed a little bit. I kept in contact with them, but I couldn't train with them, and it's like they couldn't really grade me. So I was kind of like a Bedouin drifting around, you know, until I found Daniel Gracie. But it's gonna sound crazy. Of course, he's a legend in the sport, and his credentials like speak for themselves. But it was more him as a person which drew me to him, you know, seeing his character and how he is with his guys. Like it's like a family environment. He really, if he takes you under his wing, he really loves you with real love. It's like a family thing. I always joke with him, and I just call him Dad when I'm walking around the gym. So yeah, it's a complete honor. It's crazy. It was kind of surreal when he said to me, like, he said it in his typical fashion. He was like, "Come in, motherfucker, you're getting your black belt." I was like, "Holy shit!" And I was like looking down, and I see Daniel Gracie like putting on my black belt. I was like, "This is crazy." But yeah, I already feel a pride. I already feel like my jiu-jitsu like went up a level.
Right.
Gracie black belt. Yeah, like my first rolls after that, I was like, "Damn, I'm good." So yeah, it's crazy.
And one thing I think that's really unique about Daniel is that he, besides him being an elite Jiu-Jitsu practitioner from the Gracie clan, like directly, but he was a professional MMA fighter in Pride. So how important do you think that is to be a coach in the UFC? I think you have to have some type of professional fighting experience.
100%.
Explain this, brother.
100%. Like I said again, I'll say it again. I consider myself old school, although I'm young. But we have this phrasing that we say, where like, we don't understand how people can be coaches for fighters having fights at the highest level when they have zero combat experience. Like, to be a coach at the highest level, and you have to have done it yourself. You had to have walked that fire yourself. So Daniel, he's fought in Japan in the stadium with 80,000 people, you know. He's fought at the highest level in the United States with Bellator. So he's been there, he's done it. So when he tells you in the corner and gives you advice, you can wholeheartedly trust in his advice, because you know he's done it himself. That he isn't speculating, you know. It's his proven stuff. He's done it himself.